Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of KorKorTryBus. Today we are trying out the CRRC eD12 on during the crowded peak hours. At this timing, the bus will usually be very crowded. So I'm going to see if I could overcome the issue that I have with the crowded bus and at the same time overcome the slandering incident that I had in the past. If you all know about my slandering incident, well, here's a brief overview. I had a classmate who actually controlled and slandered me, especially when I sat next to a girl on the bus. Then he tell me who and where to sit with on the bus. Then it went on for a few years. Then I was like see my picture already. Then I was like, I already had enough. Then I suddenly got PTSD from it. Then I kept overthinking about it. Then I got so scared of taking bus 55. But anyway, now he's in the past already. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try out bus 118 during the peak hours to see if I can overcome the slandering incident. Let's say about anyone like slander me when I talk to girls or sit next to girls or what. I'll see how I will deal with it. Here I just spot a CRRC eD12 somewhere. It was finishing its route service on 118A, a short trip service, and now it's like I don't know, hiding somewhere. Okay, seems like the line has formed up. Okay, seems like the eD12 is hiding somewhere. I think maybe super shy. Maybe it's shy. Maybe because it see too many 小妹妹 around. Yes, it seems like the eD12 is like hiding in front or with several B9TLs over there. You see that the eD12 over there. It seems like as the eD12 has woken up from its sleep. See, there's the EDS on 118A. It seems that I'll be taking 118 today. I'm joining the long ass queue. eD12 is coming out already. Looks like there'll be a long queue behind. A long queue behind here. Okay, so here's the eD12 again. This time trying to kill myself with the crowd. Okay, this is the bus I showcased yesterday lah. I think that the bus will be going to Simei Avenue. And off we go. The one. Okay, it seems I'm going to be sitting on the lower deck for this. Maybe I may be going upstairs later on midway during the journey. This bus is hyper. I never knew there was green essence around it. Definitely good to lighten the mood for your good start of the day when going to school. Seems like the bus is going crazy. So far the cloud hasn't like accumulated much yet lah. God, I hate the legroom on this bus, yeah. See, you keep touching the seat. Imagine got girl down there, yo, jialat, I tell you. What the hell? Definitely there's also, cause maybe if a girl sitting here, then I touch the ponytail, then also got problem. Also a bit jialat lah. But the legroom also decent lah. But the legroom also a bit like shit like that. The legroom like not too bad lah, but very small. Because I have mummy long legs. I love how cold the aircon really is in this bus. It's not, the wind is like not very strong lah, but I'm not sure how the crowd will be. And there are more people boarding this bus. Most people are going on the upper deck. I think probably this bus is designed for people going upstairs, for the younger people, not for the... I think this bus is more designed for youths. But I hate the legroom on this shit bus. But actually I actually like the design of this bus, but the interior is like giving me a bit of PTSD. Don't go up there. Oh, there is a seat behind also. Like the bus will be going to Pongo Road now. I think the crowd will be getting worse there. Because I think a lot of students will be boarding the bus lah. So the bus is going super fast. Things like this is very unusual. Oh, there seem to be more people coming in. Oh no. Okay, seems like there's somebody going to be next to me. Okay. Looks like the bus is going to be very crowded upstairs. Oh. Looks like the lower deck seems to be very full already. See the lower deck, it's like full already. Yeah. Yeah. The bus is going to be very crowded. Definitely the lower deck is good. It's freaking hell of a crowded mess. Airline bus won't be so bad like this. But like the amount of seats on the lower deck is comparable to an airline coach. Or 45 on the upper deck, and then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 on the lower deck. Usually airline coaches will have this seating arrangement. When if you let's say you want to have a private space, definitely I will recommend taking the eD12 off-peak hours. But upstairs maybe will be the best. You sit at the back seat, then it will be like a party. As long as there may be a party lounge, then it will be okay lah. But I definitely wish 118 would have bendy buses, so that those who don't want to go upstairs, then they can go to the back carriage of the bus. Although the bus may have some problems, like the length of the bus will occupy more space on the road, which probably why LTA don't want to buy bendy bus is one of the reasons. But definitely I like bendy buses. Since childhood I've been taking these buses on service 969 to go to Yishun, and I would take the 0405G Hispano Habit buses, and the buses will go crazy fast, and when it turns right, it's very very mesmerizing because of how long the bus is and how it actually turns from seeing the other side of the bus bend like that when you take a bendy bus. It really brings me back some nostalgia, in a sense that it brings me back a lot of memories from the time when I was young. I believe for those people who stay in Yishun, Woodlands or Choa Chu Kang who have taken bendy buses, but by the way, I live in Tampines, and 969 and the nonsense number were actually one of the two services that use bendy buses under SMRT. Then there was another service under SBS that used bendy buses until the bendy buses got exported to New Zealand. SBS 998Y, a Volvo B10MA Dupomat set, and SBS 999U, Mercedes-Benz 0405G Volkswagen, which is actually a bit similar to the ones SMRT had. I'm going up, it's our moment. You know it's gonna be golden, gonna be golden. Oh, up to Trot Molly. Okay, on the upper deck, it seems like the upper deck is crazy crowded. Although it's like not so bad now, but it feels like you're gonna have PTSD from my classmate Ryan Ong. Because look at it, see, so crowded. Because it's the peak hours, so it's gonna be crazy. It actually feels like an airline coach, but without the staff. I just want to take airline since what the Volvo. Shit. The aircon is like a bit rabak on the upper deck, but the lower deck is very strong. For some odd reason, why the hell is it like this, yeah? I also don't know. The aircon's really stuffy on the upper deck. Yeah. Compared to the B9TL, I don't, because obviously this is an electric bus, I don't smell any of the smell from the engine. Because this bus obviously, like I said, it's an electric bus. So definitely there's no fuel, there's no diesel smell from the bus or anything. Anyway, the top deck is gonna give me PTSD. It's gonna accumulate more once I, you know, approach more stops. It does sound like the Tokyo A500 train in Japan. Probably because CRRC also manufacture trains along with when they collaborated with Kawasaki. seems like it's quite peaceful lah. Okay. However, I'm not sure about when this bus will deploy on the normal 118 during the peak hours. I think it's gonna be a hellhole because of the giant big ass crowd. It's gonna remind me of that slandering incident. But I think I'll get to the slandering incident once I alight from the bus. Then I'll do a verdict of the traveling experience on this new electric double-decker bus. That the eD12 DP has very few seats, and it's gonna give me the same PTSD. But this bus has 3 doors, so I think it makes it more spacious. This one a bit terrible lah for the upper deck. Seems like many students are going to the polytechnic. Like I have one empty seat here, and we are approaching Temasek Polytechnic. This is the Temasek Poly Westgate. Oh, why is it like so cold at the bottom? It seems like a lot of passengers are alighting from the bus. Mostly IT students. I'm back on the lower deck. It's very strong here. It's long. It's very strong here. Lower there, and there's somebody like sitting next to me, some stranger on the lower deck. I'm definitely getting a bad feeling that I'm gonna have the PTSD from my classmate Ryan Ong. Season. eD12 is going crazy. Seems like we are approaching the final stop of the route. Okay, we have reached the final stop already. The bus is going off service. Okay, now I've just selected bus 118A. I'm now going inside IT College East to do my verdict of whether I have overcome my fear of that slandering incident, especially on that new bus model, like what I mentioned earlier. I have arrived at IT College East. I'm finding somewhere, a place to do the verdict of the trip. Seems like the canteen is going to be quite quiet as of now. I'm also coming here to eat my breakfast because I missed out on my breakfast. Anyway, I'm gonna be ordering my food here, so I'll be going to cut this camera off. Okay, so I'm IT College East, and now I'm going to sum up the verdict of the ride on the CRRC eD12 during the peak hour. Well, first thought, the lower deck has very few seats, and then it actually makes the bus more crowded on the lower deck. As you can see in the video, how full the bus can really get to the back door, which is door number 3. It is actually can be a bit scary, but the bus is actually quite roomy, and actually but the one thing I actually dislike is the aircon on the upper deck is very weak. So bear in mind, I was going to sit on the lower deck, will still give me PTSD. Well, yes, but no. Well, first up, the bus has a very cyberpunk finish, especially the sound of the motor. Sounds like it's very sci-fi. Sounds like it came out from the movie. And also, I actually had nitpicked about some small things inside the bus, like the leg room and the type of seat. But then again, maybe it's the customer's preference on how they want the bus to be. But anyway, the upper deck is actually like quite spacious, but I wish it would be better if it was a party lounge like the Man A95 3-door. Which is actually, honestly, I will find it's actually better. Despite, although at the third door, I have to tend to bang my head onto it just to alight from that bus for some really odd, stupid reason. Then which is going to make my head have a lot of ball hole on it. It's very. But anyway, the CRRC eD12 is actually not a bad bus. I would say that the bus is actually the future now, because I already left what happened in the past, and I now think that the bus is the future replacement for the Volvo B9TL. Because B9TL, I actually got controlled and slandered on that particular bus before, based on my experience. I was on board a Volvo B9TL ride on service 55. Then I was actually sitting next to a girl lah. Then after that, Ryan Ong go and chase me off. The control freak slandered me and actually also when I talk to them, he will also come and slander me lah. Like bro, what the Volvo B7 is your bloody problem, man. But by the way, I really sometimes his attitude is like a bit ugh. And why he says ugh? Because like he tell me not to talk to girls, then that he himself also still want to talk to a girl. Like bro, why you control me? Then why you still want to go? Honestly, it's very ridiculous. But anyway, that's his attitude lah. Anyway, I would just say that that his attitude defines his own future. Anyway, whether this bus will still make me have PTSD, well, I was saying it's a bit lesser compared to the time when I was in secondary school, when my classmate Ryan Ong would just like slander me, tell me control who and where I sit with on the bus. Because it will make me like very stressed, especially when I have my studies. It actually adds up to the stress. But then again, since it's already history and now moving on to IT College West, I won't be seeing him anymore. And I won't dare to go to IT College Central. Just because he may be there. And I am also a bit scared now. But anyway, I'm not sure whether I intend to visit IT College Central or not. But anyway, the verdict is that the bus is 9 out of 10. Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching KorKorTryBus. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.